What's up, y'all? Pro Baller back again with another video where today we are going to be doing a little recap of the Lions versus Cowboys game. The Lions demolished the Cowboys 47-9. It was a great game for the Lions, and there was a lot of great things today. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to live stream this game. This is like the only game I think this whole season I haven't been able to live stream. I know we're only a couple games in, but I don't plan to miss any more games. Everyone contributed, but first and foremost, I just want to say prayers up to Aiden Hutchinson. I saw the injury, and it is crushing for the Lions. He is one of our best players, and to have him out for most likely the rest of the season is crushing. But we got to adapt. That's football. You got to adapt to the injuries, and hopefully we can. I think we have a solid amount of depth, but it's just, I mean, Hutchinson's like, he's a key player, so losing him sucks. So hopefully he'll get better soon. But anyway, there's some key things I want to go over today. And you know what? Let's just start with the offense, since obviously the Lions scored plenty, 47 points. Jared Goff, shout out to you. You've looked great 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully he can keep it up today. He just had a ton of poise. He was doing his thing. The O-line, I will say the O-line had their faults today. They're good, especially in the run game and for most of the pass game, but there are some plays where Goff was pressured and he didn't throw a dumb pass. He didn't try to fit something in. He would throw it out, or he would just take his time, stay poised, and find the correct read. So shout out to Jared Goff. You did your thing today. Moving on to the run game, David Montgomery. We'll just pull up the clip right now. This man was a beast. He was doing his thing. David Montgomery, bro. This dude, him and Jahmyr Gibbs split carries. I mean, Craig Reynolds and a couple other guys got some carries, but in terms of our main running backs, they split carries, and Monty did better. He had 2 touchdowns. He had 80 yards. Gibbs, he's been pretty solid this season, but I'd like to see a little bit more out of him, but he's still doing his thing. I mean, he's not played bad at all. He's just played, like, pretty good, just not, like, as, like, good as last season. But then again, Monty has just been our workhorse, it looks like, this whole season. So he's doing his thing. Shout out to David Montgomery. He is a bowling ball. And then Jahmyr Gibbs is like our little pinball. Bro, he'll just bounce off people, but he won't be trucking over people or anything. So shout out to the run game. Run game was great from David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. They did their thing. They got some great conversions. I think Jahmyr Gibbs, it was like a 4th and 1 at one point, and he was about to miss it, but he reached over, got it, and they kept the drive alive, which was very nice for the Lions. Moving on to the receiving core. J-Mo, as y'all can see on the back of the jersey, Jameson Williams. He balled out today. 3 receptions, 76 yards, and 1 touchdown. He only had 4 targets, but hey, he caught 75% of those targets, so he did his thing. His longest play was 37 yards, and I believe it was a touchdown. And yeah, I mean, J-Mo did his thing today. Shout out to him. Khalif Raymond is up next with 4 receptions for 73 yards. Shout out to him as well. Got some pretty good receptions in there. Tim Patrick, 3 receptions for 68 yards. He had a lot of great plays today. This was probably his best game so far this season. Shout out to Tim Patrick. He did his thing as well. Next up, with only 1 reception, but it was an amazing one, Sam Laporta got a huge touchdown for 52 yards. That was his only target and reception of the game, but it added on to the score, and I think that is the one that put us up 17-3, which was huge. That made it a 2-score game. Very important score there from Sam Laporta, and it was off a crazy trick play. So there, I will say it, y'all. Shout out to Ben Johnson, bro. This is the type of stuff I need to see from Ben Johnson. He had some great plays that weren't dumb, but he didn't do like a ton of dumb stuff. I will say, when I tuned in, I saw him run 3 times back to back with Jahmyr Gibbs. For some reason, it didn't work. I don't know why he did it. But that was like the only bad play calling I've seen from him. So it seems like maybe those first couple weeks are just, he was still just messing around. but now it seems like he's actually in his groove now. So Amon-Ra only had 4 receptions for 37 yards, but he did have a touchdown, so shout out to him. And then Jahmyr Gibbs only had 28 yards on 3 receptions. So this is what I love to see, and this is what Jared Goff and Ben Johnson need to keep doing, is spreading the ball out, because Goff plays better and the offense as a whole plays better when you're not force-feeding the ball to, J-Mo, not so much, but more so Amon-Ra. I still remember that Buccaneers game where Amon-Ra had like 18 or 15 targets. That should never happen. You should never be throwing that like pretty much all of your targets or half of your like attempts. I think it was actually over half to your frickin' wide receiver. You should be spreading the ball out. And I think he was even getting double teamed that game. But anyway, defense, y'all did your thing today. Amik Robertson led with 7 total tackles. 5 of them were solo. So shout out to him. Aleem McNeil, sadly, he was indirectly the part of the reason why Hutchinson got injured. I think he was crying on the sideline, so he was obviously not happy about it. So, but he played great today. 2 sacks, 2 TFLs. Probably his best game for us so far. And then Aiden Hutchinson got a sack before his injury. And then Trevor Nowaske, I think that's how you say it, he also got a sack. So we had another one. Or sorry, that was it. Sorry. I was looking at the total and then I was like, oh, is there one more? No, it wasn't. So 4 sacks for the defense. I mean, not bad, all things considered. We just got a lot of pressure, though. So, I mean, pressure... I mean, you love to get more sacks than anything, but, like, pressure is equally as good, too. Just as long as you're getting constant pressure, then that's fine. Which, from what I saw, the Lions were doing a great job of doing that. And I just saw this. Amani Oruwariye, bro. If you guys know, you know. Pop up the clip, Editor Pro. Jeff Okuda, you did great. You did a great job. Amani Oruwariye is garbage. He is garbage. He had so many penalties. Oh, I'm Amani Oruwariye. Oh, I don't care. Let me just say, like, bro. Amani Oruwariye, I had beef with in the past. So, Brian Branch, though, he got 2 picks. One of them was in the end zone, and I think another one was just straight to Brian Branch. It was like, Dak did so bad. And, you know, Dak deserves it, honestly. He was like, oh, yeah, the refs rigging is the part of the game. Y'all saw it in the intro. This dude, at that moment, I lost all of my, like, player respect for Dak. I mean, I didn't have a lot to begin with, just because I think he is like a C-tier quarterback. Or maybe C+, B-. But that really made me lose some respect for him. But Kirby Joseph also got a pick. This dude had... oh, jeez. Sorry about that. This dude has been great all year. 3 picks already. He's tied for second amongst safeties, so he's doing his thing. Shout out to him. Hopefully he can keep playing his brand of football. And that's pretty much it, y'all. I will say, I do think that we do need better third down play calling, and just we need to be better on third down and fourth down. Like, I still think Ben Johnson definitely has a ways to go in terms of his fourth down, especially play calling, because I'll see him do like play actions and stuff, and it doesn't work. But I mean, third down, we struggled with it a little bit today, from what I saw, but I mean, for the most part, they did their thing. Aaron Glenn, shout out to you. I don't know what it is, but now all of a sudden... well, actually, no, last game he sucked. And that's the problem, y'all. He did great today. Shout out to Aaron Glenn. He held Dallas to 9 points, but then again, I don't think their offense is that great. In my opinion, they have no run game. But that doesn't excuse the fact that Aaron Glenn has a major consistency problem. That is his main problem, is being consistent. We've seen... for years, he cannot be consistent. One game, top 5 defense, the other, bottom 5. It's just there's no consistency with him. That's what makes me worry about what happens when we get to the postseason. And what if he has a bad game? Like, we can't allow that to happen. So hopefully he finally starts to become more consistent. I really hope so. But in my opinion, with Hutchinson being out, that's going to make things 10 times more harder for the rest of the defense. So I think it's going to be a while before he gets the defense back under wraps. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to like, sub, and I'll see y'all next time. God bless. Peace out.